Hello, darling. We'll be starting soon. 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 Hello, darling. We'll be starting soon.
Oh, congrats on first Nessa Snucky. Hi, and then also enjoy. Unless it's work, then don't enjoy it. Don't like any second of it. Don't let them. Morning, Nessa. Nessa, you're always up so early. What is it? 6 a.m. for you right now? Madness. Work. Don't enjoy it then. Don't let them. Don't even crack a smile the entire time. Why are you up at 3 a.m.? Yes, not good. Don't let them see your weakness, alright? Make sure they know you're not liking it. Whatever it is. Unless it's like free pizza, then you can like it. Why are you up since 3 a.m.? What are you doing? Nessa's not an adult. She's a teenager. I knew it. You've been lying to us the whole time. That's fine. You can stay anyway. I don't know. Like, if you block teenagers on Twitch, they can still watch your channel. So I don't know what the point of blocking is. Oh, no, you're definitely not a teenager. You're the other way. You lied to us. You're an elderly. You're not a teenager. You're the other way. That's fine. You can be here. Yeah, shouldn't we have, like, you know how, like, you have to be 16 to, like, start driving? Shouldn't there be an opposite age when you have to stop driving? I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud right now. This is what I think about all day when I'm, like, working. And shouldn't they have, like, an age where you can't drive anymore? Like, 66, I don't know, 76? I was trying to use 6 because 16. Were those mannequins naked? No, at the bank, I feel terrible because, you know, it probably sucks. But there's, like, an older guy. He's probably, like, 70-something. He looks like he could have Parkinson's or... But his shake is incredibly hard. He literally can't sign his name. And he's driving. One, he's gonna hurt himself, and two, he can hurt somebody else too. There's actually a lot of people who drive up to the bank like that. I'm like, you're not supposed to be driving. Oh, it worries me.
I could have saved him.
You went to bed at 8, Nessa? Well, like, I don't go to sleep at like 9, but I get in bed at 9, so I'm not that much better than you.
What? What the fuck?
Wait,
Tweet posted.
you hear that?
I always forget to post my tweet.
From down there. What if it's Aaron? No way.
Damn
It's
it.
another trap.
It's the only way out of here. So we're going to find out.
Do we have to leave though? Can we just stay here? why do we... Yo, can we like go a little
Is this a
closer?
good idea?
I don't see any other options.
Literally, doors have been separating us, like closing on their own or someone remotely controlling them. And why? How do we give this much distance between us? We not watch horror? I'll flashlight that.
Where the hell are we?
Right now it says my flashlight's on. I don't think that's accurate. I need to quit? Reload? I'm gonna try to reload and come back. Cliff, good morning. Happy Monday. We'll try this again. I said my flashlight was up, but that was not a flashlight. Can't trick me. At least we can see the naked mannequins again. We skip scenes. Oh, we're watching it again. Alright, that's our punishment for the game breaking. Started playing like a little bit of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet over the weekend.
I could have saved him.
That's pretty fun with someone. I don't know how it is alone. And I don't care much about like frame rates and games actually like technically working. It's just not a priority for me, so that doesn't bother me. I don't care about the performance stuff. I care more about just like the fun factor.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not bad.
From down there. What if it's Aaron? No way.
I mean, these are changes they should have made like 10 years ago.
So we're
But
going to find out.
better late than never, right? Alright, let's see if my flashlight works this time. I don't know how the game is alone, though.
I don't see any other options.
Yeah, it's working now. I had to restart the game for my flashlight to work. Speaking of buggy games. Why would we go the way the killer wants us to
Where the
go?
hell are we?
Alright. Was it just me, or... I don't know, if the killer starts opening doors and tells you to go that way, gotta get your sippy cups out because everybody's gonna die. 4 life choices. Yeah, what if the killer brought 5 people into his nest, but one of them is a killer? That's a good story right there. Actually, have they done that with a horror movie? Like a bigger horror movie? Not like obviously the random like cell phone horror movies. They've done everything. With like a bigger budget horror, have they ever done it where a killer happened to track a killer by accident? I know Dexter, they've done stuff like that, but any movies? And then it's all of a sudden like a new movie because you're like, that's not the most Chad killer. There's another Chatter killer.
What the hell?
The Columbus Spa? No. My pores, they're good, right? My T-zone, not oily. I don't need... My nails are done already. I don't need spa. These pristine nails. Feels like a mistake. Oh. Thank you. Who's this? Jesse Clark? Sorry, Jesse. Site foreman. My condolences, Sir Jesse Clark. You'll be missed. We didn't even know you, but
There must be something useful around
we'll
here.
miss you anyway. I think we can hang this ladder back up. I still don't know anybody's name in this, except for the one person who died. Who am I? I'm Jamie, okay. I'll start learning names. Jamie, Charlie, Susie, and Lucky. The guy's Lucky. That's not their real names. Ooh, it's just like a secret spot, right? So Charlie died on Saturday. If you weren't here. He got cooked alive. He was the Thanksgiving dinner. Will he rest in peace? I don't like this. This mannequin's trying to seduce me. I don't like it. Run away. It's a thought, Nessa. Don't let her get me. Go check this other way. Go shimmy back.
See that? Where do you think that leads?
I don't know. I'm not there. It'd be nice if you talked to me while I was there, so. Nothing like a nice little black cup of coffee. What are they doing? Is everybody dying while I'm down here? Hold on. Wait till I get up there to die. Like a nice black cup of coffee. And some murder to start your morning. Structural repairs, $350,000. That's a house. Boiler repair, $150. Decorate. We can't afford this. Boiler room ceiling collapse. Dear all, please note that due to ingress of water from the laundry room, the ceiling through to the boiler room has collapsed. Why are they talking over me? Causing significant damage to plant machinery and water supply. In the circumstances, we have taken a difficult decision to close the spa, with immediate effect until a repair can be made, which may be some months. All guests are being notified and asked to vacate their rooms by this evening. Dr. Harold Pulley. I don't like that. Don't look at me. Not even anybody there. Alright, let's go see what's happening. Everybody's probably dead by now. I heard a lot of noises and screaming.
Keep looking around.
I'm glad you converted yourself. Yeah, you know, sometimes when you're in a cult. Oh, I thought that was my friend. I was like, why is she naked now? Sometimes when you're in a cult, you gotta like talk to yourself, talk to yourself back into it. You stop believing for a little bit, right? Like, hey, you know why we started this cult? Get back into it. Don't show weakness. We're just going through a rough patch right now.
There must be something useful around here.
Oh no, there's two doors. I don't know, she's trying to like lead me to this door. Yeah, you got this, yo. That's what I say to myself every morning.
Mark?
Alright, you got this, yo.
Think we can bust through this thing.
3, 2, 1, go!
I don't know if I like this. No, I didn't like it.
Okay?
What happened?
We'll get back to you. Stay there.
Just hurry! That hurt.
Oh boy.
What? This wasn't in the script.
This is actually the first of these games where I actually kind of want to explore and die. Just to see extra stuff from the game. All the other ones I wanted to have 0 deaths. This one I kind of want people to die. Let's see. I want to see what the different options are. Yeah, Floof, I'm sure your cult's going to be successful, alright? Keep believing. Grantham Dumay Builder. This is the person who owns this place. Probably dead by now. Hydrotherapy. I don't know. What are you thinking? Drowning? Really boiling hot water? I don't like any of this. What's that? Another dead body.
Let me go, you asshole! I don't. No.
Laura Murphy. Electrician. Jesse, I quit with immediate effect. By the time you read this, I will have already left the island. Don't come looking for me. I quit. I'm done. Monica. I'm guessing Monica didn't get off the island. That's just a hunch, though. More mannequins trying to seduce us. Now there's a guy and a girl. There's another dead crew member here. Construction. Let's go look at this one. Oh no, it's just a mannequin. Call that one Harold. What do I do with these coins? I thought I was supposed to use them for hints, but I don't know. Why are all your mannequins naked? Put some clothes on. I think we're doing the everyone dies playthrough.
Stay close.
Obviously.
I don't like that. Oh, I don't like this.
What the fuck just happened?
It's gotta be a pain to set up again every time. And then if you want repairs done, you gotta hire a construction crew, but then kill them all after. I don't know. It seems like too much work. I don't think I could ever be a serial killer. A lot of headaches, I think. Like, I just want to sit in a chair and play video games. That's almost too much work for me. Oh, it's so dark. I don't like it. I think this has been the spookiest of all their games so far.
Keep looking around.
You look around. Got him. Now, what do I do with these coins? I thought I was supposed to use them for something.
There's gotta be a way through.
We're dying in here. Why is this so killer? If you want me to go somewhere, give me a little bit of light. I don't like the
No point
balance.
just standing around.
There's a lot of point in just standing around. You don't die. Listen, the killer's like, he's gonna want to kill you within a certain time frame, right? Am I good here? Did I just drop back down to the same spot? The killer's gonna want to kill you in a certain time frame. So if you just kind of stay in one room, where he can't really activate stuff to kill you, then eventually it's gonna be like daytime the next day, and it's gonna be like, crap, they ruined everything. They were supposed to keep walking.
There must be a way out.
Like, I really needed him to go in that room, and he wouldn't go there. I didn't have a trap set up in the hallway.
Mark, give me a hand moving this shit.
Every time we move stuff, it gets worse. Now we're separated. He gets cut in half. No.
Huh.
Remember those games? Oh yeah, I gotta see if I can get Silent Hill Shattered Memories for Wii instead of PSP. I can always bust out the Wii, but I don't know if you can connect it to anything. Did that even have HDMI? What was Wii? Wii was like, it was still on like the colored cables, wasn't it? I don't remember. Feels like ages ago. Alright, here we are. Are we gonna be in a trap together? I'm just gonna drink coffee. Forget this noise. I thought it was like foreshadowing, right? We're gonna get put in something together. What are you doing back there? You getting limber?
Monica, please shut up.
This is where Monica and somebody else got caught. Would you like to play a game? Most people are so ungrateful. Not you. Not anymore. Game over.
What the fuck? What is this? Is it some sort of message?
Well, let's press the button
Scare us.
for science. Oh. We gotta pull the chain.
Shit.
Are we gonna be in there? Wait. Wow. No, don't go in there. Go get a pole. No. Can we get a pole to pull that in? Where's the long stick? This board, right? This plank. It was open. I got flew one big chicken. I try to leave without touching that key. Can we get a big plank and just kind of pull the key over here? I'm not stepping in there. That's a mistake. What else can we do? Oh well. And then it locks. Spa master. You will be the spa master. Quick, get out. Quick, get out. Oh, they didn't trap me in there? Alright, I'm gonna explore then. Right? Yeah, so the blade turned on right now, I'd be dead. Look at that. I'm not afraid. Alright, let's go be a spa master. So is that how Monica and her friend died? Or one of them died there, I guess. The other one probably didn't. I feel like for that game you want some good thighs. Oh, we're back together. All together now. Wait, why are we not talking to her? So much confusion in my head. Also, what's this for? 27. Is that good or bad? I don't get it.
Mark, here. Let's move the desk. Hello? Mark? Jamie?
Nice.
Here.
Kate,
You can listen to
We're
the
okay.
horrific screams
we're
of
okay.
30-year-olds
Thank
trying to
God.
play teenagers.
We found a key. Let's get out of here.
Wait, we just made it? That's it? Nothing bad happened there?
Hear that?
Alright.
This way.
Why are we following the creepy music? Since when do you follow the creepy music? That's where, like, that's your indicator of where not to go. It's like, okay, there's one room we cannot enter, everyone. It's the creepy music room. You can go anywhere else you want. Am I never going to use her inhaler?
Get away from me!
Alright, she's being chased, NASA. By a dapper gentleman. She ran into a very tight sealed room, it looks like, which is definitely a mistake. Now she's locked in. Now we're back to the other people. They found her sealed in the room. And now someone else is sealed in the room next to her. Now 2 people are sealed in the room.
Kate! Kate!
Aaron, are you okay? Please say you're all right.
2 people are sealed in rooms next to each other.
Hurry up! It's another trap.
You hear that? It's a trap. That's a shocker.
They're both locked.
Shit.
Do we have to choose? Is air being sucked out of the rooms? I think so.
I can't breathe.
We have to pick?
These windows are welded in place. He fucking wants us to watch. Wait, look. Regulator switch.
Will that give them air?
No, not both of them.
It's sucking out all the air.
Whoever we point this lever at is gonna die.
What? He wants to choose, doesn't he? Oh my God.
Would you like to play a game? I hate your game.
If we don't do something, both of them will die, Mark.
Alright, let's try having both of them
Doesn't
die.
matter who you save.
He's going to kill us all anyway.
I can't watch you die, Aaron.
Just do it. Right now, do it.
What if I don't pull it at all?
We have to choose. Now!
What if I don't pick any of them? I want to know what happens if I don't pick one. Do they both die? You think?
I can't.
I'm sorry, Aaron. I'm so sorry.
They both die? For science, right? It's Charlie?
Aaron, no.
Is that what happens if you have no air? You cough up blood? Wait, I didn't pick anybody. How'd she live? Wait, what? I didn't sign up for this. I signed up for everyone to be dead.
Jesus, Aaron, she's gone. She's fucking gone. Oh my
So how do we help her live there?
Oh my God.
Do we just pick her?
I didn't know what to do.
I didn't pick anybody.
It's okay. You don't have to say anything.
None of this is on us. This is all Dumet. He set us up.
We need a plan. Forget his games, traps, all that bullshit. Think about the killers we've covered. There's always a weakness.
You suggesting we invite him to tea and psychoanalyze?
I'm suggesting we use our heads.
It's Charlie. That's what
But
she wrote.
Charlie
It's
died,
Charlie.
unless he's not dead.
It must mean something, right?
Is he saying Charlie's involved in all this? How?
He did get us out here.
He insisted on it.
What are you talking about? That's crazy.
We can make guesses all day, but if we die here, it won't matter. I'm not playing detective, I just want to survive.
Playing detective is how we survive. We play his games, we'll lose. We need to outthink him.
He's trying to pick us off one at a time. We need to stick together.
Hang on.
Hang on, let's not stick together, right?
Listening to us right now.
He expects us to try and stick together. What if we don't even try?
It left, remember?
It's all run in different directions really fast.
Maybe isn't good enough.
The lighthouse. Maybe we can signal for help. There's police boats
He'll
patrolling
panic
the
and
lakes,
miss all his
right?
buttons.
All the way out here?
Lighthouses are meant to be seen for miles.
Are you shooting any of this? No one is gonna believe it without proof.
You want me to record him trying to kill us?
And the bodies? For the cops.
Hear that? The walls
That's
are
why we
moving
all have to
again.
run around in random directions.
Okay, hang
separate.
on. We need to stay close.
Right like that.
Kate! Hang on!
Everyone just starts sprinting randomly.
Mark!
Quick, jump down.
Damn it!
Wow, played us like a fiddle.
No, no, no!
Not like me playing a fiddle, but like a really good fiddle player playing one. Alright, we're all separated. Oh, crap. Did we lose the camera? Yeah, now we lost the camera for sure. I pressed it. Alright? I pressed it. Don't blame me. The game didn't register, right? Did I just stick my hand in the boiling water? Right? We've made so many poor decisions so far. Maybe I just put my hand in the boiling water. I just do it quick, right? Like when you touch... Everybody does that, right? You try to like touch the pot on the stove and you're like... Whoop, whoop. You just do it fast enough, right? It only does minimal damage. Or use your sweater. Dip your sweater in. I don't know. Kids, don't touch hot things, okay? NASA, don't touch hot things. Kids that NASA watches, don't touch hot things. Unless it's a person. Not like temperature hot, but it's attractive hot. And they consented. If they're actually like temperature hot, don't touch them either. They probably have COVID. You don't want to catch that. Well, we got no camera. Everybody's dying. This is good. Good news is, Leafo will be able to see. Oh, I need to figure out when we're eating Thanksgiving. I'll probably stream on Thanksgiving for a bit. Oh, that's good, right? If I had a camera?
No good without a camera.
What is it? I don't know what it is. I'll probably stream before Thanksgiving meal. Be cool if I could finish a playthrough before Thanksgiving. And then on Thanksgiving Day, we can be grateful we're not in this situation. Is that a threat, Floof, or was he trying to help you get better? I assume you lived through this, right? Went that way? Welcome back. Somebody died while you were gone. I mean, why would he give you boiling water, right? Okay. crap, where am I hiding? Oh, woo, we made it. Just in time. No. I need to get better at that. It's too early, okay? It's not my fault. It's not my fault, it's so early. I gotta play this game when I'm awake. No, I'm not dead at least, right? He was like, hey, bro, does this smell like chloroform to you? And I was like, sure does, bro. Also, by the way, just for science, apparently chloroform, knocking people out, only works for as long as you hold it on the person. It's not an exact amount, but like if you hold it over someone's mouth for like a minute, they'll be out for a minute. Chloroform doesn't just like instantly knock you out either. And it also doesn't last like 80 minutes like it does in the movies. Like you put it on someone and then you get off and you start dragging them, they're gonna be up in a little bit and probably punch you. BT dubs. Chloroform's not this instant acting. Yeah, take some notes. Apparently, it's not like an instant acting thing that people are knocked out forever. Like, if anybody here was like planning on chloroforming someone, just be aware they're gonna be awake pretty quick. And unless you're bigger than them, they're probably gonna kick your ass and take you to the police, which they should. I don't know if you can watch Twitch from jail. Does anybody know? Has anyone tried?
I'm not some fucking lab rat here for your amusement.
Instead of giving me bits, I'll have to send you money for cigarettes so you can trade. Like, alright, everyone on stream, we're all gonna send Floof some cigarette money. Everyone get your change together. That way you can trade it for protection.
So now what?
Yeah, you should use an injection if you're gonna knock someone out. Oh boy. Okay. Alright, okay. Turn them all off. Okay. Let's start here. And then go over. Then down. No, but that's like a cross. Reset, reset. Oh, it stays on. Alright. Turn it off. I turn it off and then back on again. That don't work. I can't go that way, so I'll do this first. Oh boy. This one's a bit harder than the other ones. We were close. I'm not sure what to do with that top part. If I hit this or this, it's gonna all turn off. I probably should skip to this. And then here, and then here. Oh, I should have been an electrician. This is probably exactly like being an electrician. Yo, yo. I'm gonna tell everybody this
There we
all
go.
week long. Like one of the parents for like our youth group. One of the parents, they said their kid was trying to describe me. There's a couple of Joshes in the church, there's a few. And they said the fun one. I was reminding Leafa all night. I'm gonna remind all of you all the time. They said the fun one. Wait, what am I doing? Why did I even turn on the power? Wait, what? What changed? What? What? Alright, well, congratulations on solving a puzzle. You get nothing for it. Is it glitched? I'm supposed to pull a lever? I thought I did good. And then they don't give me a reward for it. They're like, hey. Hey, game developers. If you have a puzzle, yeah. I think most of the people know my name here, right? The people who are here right now, at least. There's not many right now. Oh, here. Well, if you knew it. Like NASA knew it. Should get a... I don't know if I'm a fun... No, they didn't say I'm a fun streamer, okay? I'm just a fun person of all the people with the same name. Still be a boring streamer, right? I don't want to go in that. No, we know other fun streamer would go in that room, right?
The hell?
I'm just gonna try to always make my decisions like that. Ah, do we? I didn't know that. That's cool. I haven't met an uncool person with my name. So 100%. Why are we going everywhere where the killer wants us to go? Right? I haven't met anybody uncool with your name either.
Oh, what
I'm
the
trying to think about like the
hell?
uncool people I've met, what names they've had. Who are like the least cool people I've met? Who's been like bullies and stuff? Man, I can't think of any bully. See, like, you can't even remember bully names, right? You only remember cool people names.
Jesus. There's cameras everywhere.
Damn. Yo, like, I love you, girl. And then she'll like, I love you, boy. That's it. And this killer be a creeper on top of being a killer. Both. You don't have to be a creeper to be a killer. I think just most are. Would I have seen him hiding here if I didn't get caught? Kind of like any like bullies and stuff. Like, what names have they had? Oh, she gonna get smooshed. Is that? I know that is actually. As everybody, I wish them the best. I hope. I don't know. Maybe they'll get some better treatments in the coming years. Is that Charlie? Yeah. Lethal works with a lot of people who have
You want to know what
some
it
form
means
of
to be a
dementia.
killer? You ever been to the art museum downtown? They got this painting by a guy.
Hopefully, they got some new
I forget his
advancements
name.
for it.
Famous painter. He did portraits of slaughtered cows hanging on hooks. You take a normal person to a slaughterhouse, and they will puke their guts out. You make it into a painting, and suddenly it's art. There's no difference between the two. No, not really.
Oh, I pressed the button. Are we gonna know the killer? Oh no, I need to practice this breathing. Alright, I can't. I can't hate it or. Yeah, I think I'm actually in a room where the killer doesn't want me to be.
Oh, goddamn, that was close.
What went off?
Come on!
Alright, well, somebody didn't pay the electricity, so. Oh, the door's open if there's no electricity? Huh. Oh, that's good to know. What's that? Is it my cell phone? That. The same book?
Who says self-help books don't work?
Oh, that book. For checking it, we moved the location and it blocked the wall. Oh, crap. That's cool. Nice little tip. I like little things like that. They make sense. But they're random. Sometimes they have things like this that, like, touching a book matters, but it doesn't really make sense why it matters. This kind of makes sense that we moved it and it blocked the wall. Who's crying? There's too much crying in this house, alright? In case you missed me, Michelle. Morning, writing AM, 8 a.m. Requested to use the library or music lounge, so assume I'm in one of those. Lunch family time at 2. Can we dine outside in the garden? Evening writing at 5. The bar seems like a good writing spot. Dinner at 9. Dinner at 9? I'm already sleeping. Manny Sherman, the Beast of Arkansas.
By Joseph Morello. That wasn't Dumet on the ferry.
An artist, author. Was he a victim here? Was he in this place writing? But honestly, I was glad to be leaving. They'd be nice folk. They've been nice folks, the stewards. Real nice. Both. Oh my god, let me finish reading first. Come back, come back. Both in their 70s. Dad's still strong as an ox, having been a military man before moving to the town to settle and start a family. Mom was starting to get a little frail. You could tell she'd taken it the hardest. Miss Stewart had made me coffee. She was functioning okay, but had a dead behind the eyes look. 26 years on. Still living that cocoon of numbness such devastation can bring. We talked a lot. They were at ease talking about anything. The night it happened, the cruel details, how they felt about him. It was just a fact of life to them. Their daughter had been murdered by a serial killer, and that was their world. Sounds really mean. Maybe use kinder words. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to scroll down. I keep turning the page. I don't like the cocoon sentence. Is there a more relatable metaphor? Everything. It was a shock when they offered to show me Mary's room. I was apprehensive, but thanked them and agreed. It would be helpful to get an idea of the kind of girl Mary was. I followed Miss Stewart. I could feel the toll that the murder had taken as we walked through the house and upstairs to Mary's room. Her husband didn't like to go into that room. Things were neat and tidy, but shabby. We walked over a beaten old carpet, past outdated wallpaper and paintings, mostly biblical, that were thick with dust. The strain and financial impact must have been huge. Miss Stewart hadn't worked since Mary's death. Again, it sounds really mean. Can you not just say they had a rough time of it without being so descriptive? Maybe explain why. Did she find it difficult to face anyone? Was he writing a book about the family that lived here? I guess the daughter died as a serial killer. Her schoolwork was stacked by her bed, and her childhood toys and dolls were still displayed on the shelves. What stuck out the most, though, was her uniform, still hanging on the front of the wardrobe ready for her shift at the diner the next day. Mary was a tiny girl, only 5'1", and weighed less than 100 pounds. She didn't stand a chance that night she was taken. I kept thinking about her room as I drove through the town. Milton would have been an unremarkable place in 1995, but it was close to lifeless now. Mostly boarded up buildings, the only open shops were liquor stores which had bums outside them drinking at 11 a.m. It was as if the town had died when Mary did. Eventually, Milton faded in my rearview mirror as the image of Mary's uniform burned into my mind. Go hug Natalie right now, please. Later the next day, I finally got back to our house, scrambling over a package sat on our doorstep. A brown box. I had no idea who it was from. Had Michelle ordered something? Curiosity took over and I hauled it inside. Opening it, I found an old tape recorder along with a quartet of tapes. Unless it's the first one, the voice unmistakable. It was Sherman. Nope. Mentioned their interviews. Why is his notes here? Good morning, Ray. Why are his notes still here? How's your weekend? Another keypad? Lovely. Arkansas. Nice. This week, the body of the so-called Beast of Arkansas has been removed from its grave by suspected body snatchers. The infamous serial killer, whose real name is Manny Sherman, was executed earlier this month and his remains were buried at an undisclosed cemetery in Springsdale. A senior police spokesperson for local law enforcement stated at a press conference, "We believe this to be the work of a serial killer, obsessives, and are pursuing various leads. We assume there are multiple suspects involved, but have not ruled out it may be an individual. Although the burial site is unknown, rumors have been circulating among serial killer enthusiast forums online since Sherman's execution." I need to look this up. I never heard of the Beast of Arkansas. And I live there now. When questioned by the press about such online groups, the spokesperson added, "These people who call themselves fans of killers are very foolish. If they were aware of the despicable details of such crimes as we in law enforcement are, they would rethink their views about celebrating such heinous criminals." Why is there an apostrophe at the end of that? Police refused to confirm the name of the cemetery to the media in the aftermath of the news.
Focus.
I don't have a code. Assuming it opens this door. Do we want to go though? Where? Connie.
Connie.
Is there a number under this? So somebody had a dog. Or a cat. I don't know. Dog bowl. What do cats eat out of? Don't they eat out of bowls too? The little doll.
Bethany.
Bethany and Connie. I like the little bit of gameplay in these. Oh. Just a little touch, a little smidgen. So what's the code? Was there anything in the book or in the... I don't remember any numbers. Question is though, is that coded room good or bad? $8259? I mean, that's my only guess. 8259. That was the itinerary numbers.
You are too amazing.
8. We don't have a way in yet. Wait, I look at this? I don't think so. Who's this? Please stop crying, mommy.
Please stop crying.
Is this the author's daughter, or is this the daughter that was taken? I mean, the house is nice, minus all the blood on the walls and stuff. Oh. I guess we're gonna have to explore a little bit and see if we find code.
Hello?
What's that?
Can you hear me?
I hope not. Kate can use her pencil to figure out what was written on the torn paper. What torn paper? What? Also, where? What pencil? This? You do like those scribblies? Show me the code. 1999. That's not a very good code. Am I supposed to be? Oh, crap! My finger just moved. Alright. I don't know if I'm doing good or just like going to where the killer wants me to be. Right? Like, I want to go wherever the killer doesn't want me to be. Oh no, I don't like this. Is that a real head? Is that a mannequin? Oh, it's an animatronic. Okay. This Charlie? Or is this the mannequin that killed Charlie? I don't know how Charlie would have lived. I was horrified. Oh, he did live. I made a good choice. I thought it was a bad choice. He lived. Damn. I'm actually doing good still. I thought it was all lost. Man, I killed the asthmatic girl. I would have cared more if I had known that Charlie was still alive. Okay, that's good, because I was like, I don't know how Charlie could have lived, but that's how he lives, I guess. Also, I wish I knew people's names. I don't want to describe her as the girl with asthma. But I also don't know what her name is. That's a bad room. I'm not going in there. Erin? Okay. Yeah, let's call her by her actual name. Not describe her by her difficulty breathing. Erin, okay. Erin, Jamie, and Charlie. What is that? So there's like a hatch under there. What are we looking at? Why is Charlie always looking at the ceiling? What does he see? Should I be looking up at my ceiling? You know, oh, he doesn't have his lighter anymore. Probably for the best. I feel like when you're almost burned alive, you see lighters in a different light. This is too much stress. You can't take it. What's that? It's saying examine. Hold on. Is there a cop here at one point? Federal Bureau of Investigation. The FBI stopped by? Or he dresses up as FBI, one of the two. Not really many choices where to walk. Also, it's so dark. We gotta get out of the workshop and we have to power the workshop. Do we want to power the workshop though? Yo, I can't see a thing in here. Yo. This is probably a mistake. I gotta let Leafa know that Charlie lived.
There we go.
Is that a real person? Or is it a mannequin? What's this? Buttons. It's a mannequin, okay.
Help me! I can't see a light.
A fucking fake.
Please.
Oh, why would I mess with the buttons though? Hold on, go back. I'm not touching these buttons. Person like murdering me. What's this? Oh, it's the key inside of this mannequin? Wait, what am I looking at here? Injection site, the carotid artery. Jaw. Something I'm looking for in all this? I thought it was gonna be like a Saw thing where it's gonna like show you where the key was and you have to get it out of there. It's just his mannequin planning, I don't know. Alright, let's figure out all the buttons in the room before I go pressing any. So there's some on the mannequin. There's one on that wall. Is there anything back here? We can go back. Lets me go back. I want to know what I'm doing first. Anything in here? Oh, this leads into that room. If I lift up the gates, puts me in this room. Why would I want to be in this room though? It doesn't look like it's good. Looks like I'd be trapped in there. Maybe that's a hint, right? Don't go that way. I don't know. I could be overthinking everything. Or underthinking it all. Charge. 64%. That's not a lot. What's this? Keep off. Riding on the conveyor at any time could cause severe injuries. Switch off and lock out. Stay clear of the moving belt. Evacuate via the emergency ladder. Alright. Switch off and lock out. Also, I need to put my phone to charge for work. Can't have no phone at work. What am I doing here? So, switch off and lock out? Let's lock out. I don't know. I'm gonna press the button. Let's see what that does. That leads into that room, though. So I can secretly play gotchas when it's not busy. Last thing I want is my phone to be dead. There's no work, Floof. There's none. If I turn this off. Oh, I can't turn this back off? I was hoping I could switch this off and then climb through the conveyor belt. I thought I had a big brain play right there. Love you too. You have a good day at work. This is a mistake. I pressed it. Well, we're dead now. The button presses are fast. Yeah. The button presses are quick. Maybe I still have a chance. Maybe we still have a chance. Oh, I don't think he knew I was in there. Oh, crap. Oh, it's triangle. It switched on me. What a jerk of a button switch. Yeah, I am playing on the hardest difficulty for sure.
Ah, please, somebody! Somebody!
Hey, we live.
Please,
Sort of, for now.
You fucking bastard!
Oh, I mean, don't.
Yeah! Yeah! Ah! Ah!
Hey, Charlie made it a little further, right? Made it a little further. Alright, it seems like the right way to go. I just gotta press my buttons. My buttons weren't pressed. But if I press them, I think I'm good. Also, how did he hear my breathing over the sound of that?
It's me. Get in here.
How did he hear my breathing over the sound of that?
Thank God.
Right? They shouldn't have heard me breathing. Like,
What the
over
hell is
things
this?
getting crunched in heavy machinery.
Pleased to see you too, Kate. Glad you're alive.
Listen,
That's fine, Floof.
I
It's
found
okay.
out
He's
some
okay.
information.
We're gonna see that Charlie
No.
is alive later.
that guy on the ferry, that was not Dumet. That was Joseph Morello. He's a true crime writer. I found one of his books.
How's he wrapped up in this?
I don't know. Have you seen Mark?
Maybe his daughter's being
No.
held hostage.
I've seen Demet though. He's creeping around.
Yeah, this is going well though, I think, right? Alright, so we have a plan to keep Charlie alive. Yeah, Charlie can survive anything. Nice. Nice. Good catch. I don't know how to keep Aaron alive. Also, what's my name? Kate. Okay. Jamie, Kate, Charlie, Aaron. I don't have a plan to keep Aaron alive. I guess we can try to
What is
give
all
Aaron the
this?
air.
He's got video feeds, recording decks, a mixer big enough for countless mics.
He's watching everything.
It's more than that. He's got utilities running through here, hydraulics, electrics, everything. He can control the whole building from here.
How far down does it go?
This all connects. This is how he's getting around the house.
That's kind of cool.
Charlie
Minus
would
the
say
killing
this guy's a
part.
fractured psyche. That he's wearing a mask to put what he's doing on a different personality.
That's probably just his
You
theory
think?
because he can't reconcile a human doing this stuff.
But what if there was poison in it?
I think it's a mistake to say he's just crazy. He is in full control of what he's doing. He's just not wired like the rest of us.
That's not crazy.
Crazy implies out of control.
Wait for them to finish.
Look at this place. This is methodical. That's not crazy. No.
He actually doesn't seem very crazy. My order.
Wait, he's wearing the mask as part of the performance. At best, maybe he's insecure about something and it gives him confidence.
Insecure. Like low self-esteem? Is he uncomfortable at parties? Did his mommy not hug him enough?
Bad parenting can definitely be a factor, but it could be a shitty dad just as much, or an uncle, any adult figure really. Don't you read any of our research?
I just set up the lights.
I'm waiting. Let them talk. Their turn.
I'm sure he fits the profile. Bullied as a kid, unchecked anger. As an adult, he's either an extreme overachiever or a cipher. Nothing between. He likes being in a position of power, especially over women.
Okay, cool, but why? Lots of people put up with that stuff and don't turn into killers.
Aside from the unhealthy obsession with H.H. Holmes,
HH.
he's copying the MO. Clearly, he identifies with Holmes somehow. Can we use this gear to find a way out? Maybe we can open those shutters in the lobby.
I just want to read the paper. Let me read the paper and then you can continue talking. Also, why is this awkward cut every time they talk? Alright. Subject, my order. Amber Harris to Brandon. 6th of June 2017. Thank you, Brandon. HH. HH. Thank you, Brandon. I have instructed our maker to proceed. We'll keep you updated on progress of photographs at each stage, as promised. As discussed previously, we'll keep the production discreet. Thanks, sir. Good morning, Amber. Thanks for your reply and putting my mind at rest. Hello, Steffi. Good morning. No, good afternoon. Yes, the cost is perfectly fine. Please go ahead. Reminder, this should remain confidential. How was your weekend? Good morning, Brandon. I can assure you that all of our custom masks are very robust. They are often used in long-running theater productions and filming intense action scenes. The material used for your mask is a plastic resin-coated wood, which provides a toughened strength and is highly durable. Total cost, $1,800 for a mask. I'll go to Walmart and get one for 50 cents. It'll break, but I can buy so many of them for the price of one. Can you let me know if this is acceptable? I would just buy the 50-cent one at Walmart and just let it break and just buy a new one. What's this? Chicago Police.
Chicago Police, Mr. Monday, this is Chicago Police. Can you open the door, please?
H Holmes.
Officer Stanley with
That's so
Chicago
bougie.
Police Department. Can you hear me, sir? Mr. Monday. Fuck. Oh. Dispatch, this is Officer Stanley. I need assistance at 8 West 50th Street, requesting immediate backup. I'm in Agent Monday's apartment. There's blood everywhere and a body. I need immediate support. I think.
That's some high tech. We put a whole scene inside of a badge. Yeah, it's our first one still. How was your weekend? We thought someone died, but then they didn't. Then they're dead.
Take a look at this.
Don't be sick. How are you feeling now? Feeling better?
What is that?
The guy we saw murdered.
Was it set up?
There was no groundskeeper.
We saw a guy in a yellow jacket with her stuff.
I guess that was Mr. Demet.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if it was allergies. Allergies do suck. Also, the worst part, you know, like if you're a little kid and you get a cold, there's a little baby at church. She's probably like a month old. She has a cold. You know, she's probably gonna get better, and then she's gonna be stronger for it when she gets older. Allergies, when you get them, you just get more and more sick, and they get worse.
He's been tracking us since we arrived.
I hate allergies so much.
Mark was last seen in the basement.
Also, allergies, they're not even real, right? The sick you feel is just your body being confused. Down with allergies. Allergies are just like a confused body, like hitting you itself with stuff. Oh wait, we can go up or down? Oh, I don't want choices. Don't give me choices. I hate choices. This is my favorite of their games so far. I thought it was a good mix of like action and just atmosphere and story. Use her pencil and see what's down here. Michelle initially appeared excited, becoming increasingly agitated, rarely alone, more difficult to separate her. Wandered the hotel later last night, opportunity. Bathed away from family room, noticeably tired towards the end of the day. Drink socially, use this, heavy sleeping pills. Target her at the end of the day, give wine and sleeping pills when bathing, separate her. Harrison Lee, death via asphyxiation. Reset trap before the next group arrives. Lewis Lee, drowned. Fish body out of pool. Cecil Hall, death from blood loss after impalement on a sundial. Body disposed of. Kurt Hall, multiple gunshot wounds. Thomas Hall, single gunshot wound, execution. So, that must have been the group right before we came. Oh, we got our bios here.
This is everything about me.
How do you get so much?
Jesus.
Do we all get counseling? Or? Anxiety for whom? Hate, that's me. Destructive tendencies, impulsive. Jamie. So we've all since gotten some counseling. Is this a therapist who's doing this? How would he have this info? Self-confidence issues for Aaron. Inhaler, asthma, allergies, house dust mite, pollen, pets, self-confidence issues. Mark. Okay, his name is Mark. No allergies, recently treated for acrophobia. Fear of heights? Charlie's not in this. Wonder why. I'm not saying Charlie's like the killer somehow, because I think he's pretty dead, but maybe Charlie knew something. Like, this TV show wasn't for us to go to a haunted house. This TV show was to film us in a haunted house. Like, you get what I mean? What I'm trying to say. We weren't here to investigate homes. We were here for someone to investigate us. And that was going to be the TV show. How people react in a scary place. And maybe Charlie knew that going into it. But that was like the setup to get us here, at least.
What is this?
Hi, Mr. Monday. This is Lucinda Price from Twilight Prairie Care Home. I tried to call you a couple of times. I understand that you're making voice recordings of your mother, and we do believe in supporting relatives, and of course, you want to capture those precious memories. But, we've had complaints from some of the other residents who are disturbed by the volume and the content of the recordings, and also some of the language used. We would like to ask that these recordings stop with immediate effect. Please do call me if you want to discuss this further. Thanks.
How many have you seen
Over
so
here.
far? By the way, Charlie didn't die. I made the right choice in the fire. But then he did die because I pressed the
Saw his
button
little
pad
tricks of
later.
moving walls and crap.
Nothing in this shit box is real. He controls everything from here. It's a murder factory.
You're right.
Murder Castle.
We should use this against him.
Castle.
I want to find Mark, not play Demet's game.
If we trap him, we can look for Mark without looking over our shoulders the whole time.
There's usually pretty meaningful differences though in these games, which I like. Can we trap him?
Okay, look. He's in here, right? So we get him to go down this hall.
Yeah,
and we trap
just from
him
a button
between
press.
these two moving walls. There's no other way out of there.
But I know I made the right choice in the fire.
But how do you make sure he goes down that hall to begin with? One of us is going to have
To be bait.
No, no way. It's too risky, Jamie.
So is letting him run free. I'd say that's more dangerous. Come on.
There's no second chances here.
It's my plan. I'll be the bait.
So I hope you have
You're
a
sure?
wonderful day.
Just
Whatever you're up to.
if it looks like it's going south, get the hell out of there.
No argument here.
We'll have a little catch up later.
You could use that as a weapon if need be.
I'm gonna hang on to it. I'm more likely to need it.
Man, these choices are hard. Who needs the screwdriver? Oh boy.
That's enough of a moment.
Thanks for popping in and say hi, by the way. It's good to see
Let's do this.
Stick
All
to
right.
the plan.
Obviously.
These
So how do
choices
we get
just like
out?
really don't know. It's just make a
There's
choice and
always
hope for the
be a work in
best.
progress.
There's no real like rationale or thinking through it for those.
Okay, be ready. You're gonna have to time it right to trap him and not me. All right. Here goes nothing.
Well, it's cool of her to volunteer, right? Jamie, Mark, Kate, Aaron, Charlie. We got it, finally. I'll probably forget by tomorrow, but...
Head down the hall. Keep to the right.
Very cool of her to do this. I think it's the right choice. Yeah, I think if you're in this kind of situation in real life, you have to try to take control yourself. Hello. Oh, Leafa. Charlie did not die in the fire room, by the way. He did die eventually anyway. I messed the button press for the breathing. So he still did die, but...
Was this on the map?
I'm gonna have to play through again better anyway, so you're gonna get to see. I think that's her work one, because she doesn't remember her password. Yeah, but at least I know I made the right choice, so that's progress. How's work today? Work Twitch. We're trying to catch the killer right now. Shimmy. This game's really good. This is my favorite one so far. I think, at least so far. We'll see how it ends. I think they knocked it out of the park with this one. The atmosphere is so good. Yeah. We got it back, Alice, but like 4 years ago, before I started streaming, somebody got into most of our passwords and stole like $15,000. We got it all back except for like 100 of it. So since then, yeah, it's off. No, it's terrible. And then people steal from like, I don't know where in the world it could be. It could be anywhere from the US across to Asia, you know. Yeah. But we've made all of our passwords like 40 characters, all random. No passwords are the same. For everything. We don't play around anymore with passwords. I recommend for people to do that too. When people tell you to make really complicated, long passwords and different every time, like, I mean it. Like, you could lose your entire savings in one go. Okay. You getting good news today or bad news today? Medium news. But yeah, absolutely. I can't stress enough. I know it's a pain, but get different passwords, and especially for things that can lead to money. Like your main email, obviously bank logins. Okay. Not bad though. All right. That's something. Yeah, I mean not many people like conflict. I don't know many people that do. It's like, I feel like you have to almost be like a little bit antisocial personality disorder to like conflict.
Shit.
Is this good? Is this good? I don't know if this is good or not. This is awful. But this is what we wanted, right? We wanted to find him. I'm not focusing enough. I need to focus more. I'm gonna focus. Let's just keep running, right? Why did she trip? That wasn't me. That wasn't me.
Close it! Fucking close it! No, not yet!
Yes! We got him! I think. And then he just opens it with the remote and kills me. I'm waiting for it. He's like, blip. Oh no! I knew it. I knew it. I got the screwdriver. I got the screwdriver.
Jamie, fucking run!
It doesn't matter, I got the screwdriver. What's he pressing? Well, that's... No, don't. No. No. No, don't take his door. Don't take his door. So we didn't lock him in. What even happened? Stop falling. Leafer, you got the good part right now, I will say. This is action. Oh no, this is a bad room. Sergio, I would love to buy viewers. With love. Do you accept hugs, Sergio?
Jamie!
Why?
Jamie.
Why do we do anything?
Shit!
The floofs are safe, Steffi. Steffi, I hope you feel better.
What is it? A button. There's a reverse symbol on it. What does it?
No, does it extend the door the other way? That's not. Try it on the button instead.
Move! Move!
One of us has to get crushed. Can we keep pressing it, like, just to buy time?
Jamie!
When it's about to crush you, you send it back?
Okay.
And then just keep going?
I think when I hit this thing, the wall will go the other way.
We gotta hit it for now.
Towards me? You mean? Yeah. This thing will kill me if I don't press it. Wait! I know.
We've had one other Saw situation. It was with breathing and air. Hurt yourself? Wait, why would you hurt yourself? Am I not understanding something? Tell me more before I unpause this. Oh, there is? Oh, no. Leafa, why would she hurt herself? Doing what?
If I do press it, then you're the one that dies.
Okay. There you go.
Don't do that! This is exactly what
Can I use a screwdriver and unplug it?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Can I use a screwdriver and unhook it?
Fuck this. I'm not playing this game. I can't do this. I won't kill you.
Screwdriver. Oh, no, no!
I'm sorry.
No, no! I didn't want to... I thought I could pop out the screwdriver and do something. Don't look, everybody. Close your eyes. I'm going to cover the screen.
No, please. I don't want to die.
I wanted to pull out my screwdriver.
Fuck you, Jamie!
I didn't want to hit it, just for the record. You...
Jamie, I don't want to die. Not like this. Not like this, please! Kate,
That's fine. Nah, this is the Everyone Dies playthrough. Leafa, don't look. I hope you laughed before you saw that. This is the Everyone Dies playthrough. Next playthrough, everyone will live.
What an excruciating way to go.
I didn't want to press it. I want to pull out my screwdriver and do this.
To kill Kate. I know they didn't always see eye to eye, but I didn't think
you have a good day at work.
Cold-blooded.
Listen.
Jamie chose not to save Erin.
I was very close.
Leaving her to die, deprived of oxygen, suffocating.
Okay, so we're just gonna think, okay? Charlie, I have to press better buttons. Erin, we're gonna give her the air. Because she's asthmatic. That's a word, right? There, we're not gonna press the button. We have plans. We have plans. That's all that matters. We have plans.
Charlie.
I always play these games like 3 times anyway.
Only to fall straight into Jumette's grasp.
Multiple playthroughs. Alright, we're laying down the groundwork.
Did the hint I gave you earlier help?
Not even a little bit did that help me.
Perhaps you'd like another.
Your hints are terrible. I'll take it, but your hints are awful.
Let's see if Sir Arthur...
No, Erin's dead. But we know how to make her live,
from
maybe.
The man with the twisted lip.
So in Erin's trap, I didn't press anything and she died.
Have you read it?
I'm going to give her the air.
Should.
Next time.
A trusty comrade is always of use.
I'm liking this game, though. I really like it.
Still more so. I think that last bit might refer to me.
I like this a lot.
You should get back. I hope these chats are helpful. I certainly wouldn't want
In
them
real
to
life,
be
though, like I would have tried to like
intimidating.
screwdriver the thing.
I'll be watching your progress.
There's no button for that.
As always, watching very closely.
I didn't listen to your hint. I'm not gonna lie. I talked over you. The first one, I didn't understand. Leafa was like, "What is that?" And that one, I didn't listen. Yeah, at this point, I'm just gonna have everyone die. I'm just gonna try to learn whatever I can. It's hard to learn though because things will change if everyone's alive, right? And we'll have new choices to make. So at this point, everyone's gonna be dead, and then we'll get that playthrough out of the way, right? Everyone's gonna live next playthrough. Now, probably not next playthrough, but the third playthrough is usually the one. It's hard to learn now though because I don't have enough people left to actually learn anything. So we'll just see some scenes, right? We'll get some different scenes. We'll enjoy ourselves. We'll grieve for a little bit, and then we'll come back in it. Oh yeah, I feel guilt, and I'm not even in this.
Fuck!
Listen, we all argue about politics, or religions, or whatever else, but at the end of the day, I feel like if you sit two people together, we all kind of like, we feel for each other, right? It's just when it's too impersonal that it's not. But I feel like, you know, even if you made that decision trying to kill her, you would still feel guilt. You know, like 99.9% of people in the world, you know? We all argue on Twitter and everywhere else, but when we like, I think if you sit people down, we all kind of feel each other at the end of the day. That's what I think, at least. I'm gonna keep that in my head. So I feel like she's probably, even though she pressed the button, she probably feels really bad. Well, Mark, all of your friends are dead, except for Jamie. That's okay, right? You'll make new friends. Or you'll join them soon. Hey, at this point you kind of root for the afterlife, because then you can see all your friends again. So that's something. You know what? Morbid people, and they like to say, death makes you feel alive, right? So Mark is so alive right now. He couldn't be more alive than he is. That's comforting, right? Mark's very alive. Oh, that's press. Oh no. Oh no. I can't be distracted. It's hard for me not to instinctively look at chat. I always want to look at chat when I see something flickering.
Fuck off!
So would this scene happen if Kate were still alive, I wonder? Some scenes still happen, some don't. Wrong button. Circles and squares, they look so alike. Right? Like what? Is there even a difference between a circle and a square? Basically the same thing. Let's just keep running. We're doing a good job so far, right? As he trips. What was I supposed to kick there? This is an interesting choice to kill me. Oh, he saved me. That's kind of him. I'll be back later, chat. Hold on. Let me just get her killed real quick, and then I'll read all the chats. She lived through that. No? Yeah. I would like, Alice, I would like to think that I wouldn't. What are you remembering, Floof? I would like to think I wouldn't press the button. That's my hope. I don't know what I do in this situation. It's hard to, like, accurately say what you're going to do in a very, very different situation than you've ever been in, but I like to hope in my mindset right now that I would not press the button. Hey! We're alive. That's good. Just like I planned it. There's so much running right now. I need some eye drop. I need like a crew here putting eye drops in my eyes so I don't have to blink. And massaging my neck. And pressing all the buttons for me instead of me. Right, there's someone like crouched down here pressing buttons and it looks like I'm playing. The change to triangle every time gets me. I gotta get over it, right? The change to the triangle each time. It's so fast. I have to be inhumanly reactive. I can't watch this either. Alice, you have to. I'm gonna look away. Tell me what happens. Alice, you tell me what happens, okay? I don't want to look. Just describe it to me later. Am I gonna be buried alive? How's she alive right now? Maybe messing up is the thing. I knew it. Listen. I know in chat it's hard to keep up.
Why did the coach go to the bank?
Why did coach go to the bank?
To get his quarterback.
To get his quarterback. Thank you, dad joke. Listen, I know it's hard to see my genius as I mess up buttons, but I have a very calculated reason why I miss every button press. Okay? Am I supposed to remember this?
Fun. I've always loved creepy falling down mazes.
I don't know. We call it his drunk dad, like drunk uncle. You know, you're at Thanksgiving, drunk uncle is just telling us jokes. Maybe. It's drunk uncle. He says appropriate jokes though. He doesn't say like inappropriate things. Oh boy. I don't want to be in here. Are we gonna leave it here? Oh, by the way, Alice, I thought you were saying hi and leaving. Not that I'm complaining. I'm happy you stayed. I also hope you're getting your stuff done. I don't want to intrude on the stuff you got to get done. I mean, you can just like celebrate whatever, right? Just pick a day and just do something. Get your friends together.
Seriously. This is not where I want to be.
And just make a meal and just call it Alice Day. That's fine. Hey, listen, I know people got things to do. Like, sometimes you even can't come to a stream, period, ever again, you know, because you got a new job, or... I don't know. I enjoy when people got their stuff to do. I'm not going to begrudge you for being busy and needing to get stuff done. Oh. Plus, if you don't see people for a little bit, you have some stuff to talk about, right? I don't like this. I feel like we're at the end. Nessa, what are you at? 9:18. Nice. Oh, this is horrific. Oh, I don't like any of this. A mannequin's creepy just because they're like almost human, but not. Okay, we'll read this and then we'll call it a day. And I can't wait till I can stream for real again. It's 2 hours. They go by too quick. It's not enough. I know he's your son, but I married you for you, not your son. I mean, you kind of... Besides, it's your ex-wife's responsibility to stop him from doing stupid things, not mine. I don't know. I didn't marry anybody with kids, but I feel like the kids are part of the package, right? You kind of have to sit down and talk about that before you get married. Thank you. You have a wonderful day. I don't know. I think I'm maybe just depressed already because of this trip. It's not what I had in mind when you said you were taking me away to a secret island. I don't care if he is Harrison Lee, the famous horror fiction writer. You only work for him. You don't have to go on vacation with him, too. Can we spend some time, just the two of us? I don't know. I think they just need to have a conversation. Is this them dead? Yeah, this game was good. Whoever called it boring, I don't know. Maybe they don't like horror stuff. I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. I'm liking it a lot. Well, let's walk up and look at the creepy stuff. It's so cool. I like this. I do things here. I'm gonna have to get ready for work. That's what I think about that. What's that do? I need fuses. And the fuses are on my friend who's like tied up. By the way, I don't know how she's still alive. I'm glad not every button press kills you. I like that there's a little bit of leeway on that. Otherwise, I'd be screwed. And not every button is like that. It's that. May as well just do those and get off, right? That's good. Even like 15 push-ups a day is probably pretty beneficial for like heart health and stuff. I feel like. Oh, we got the lever we needed. Oh, but I know there was a thing down there. Let's go do that instead. Am I gonna remember next time? Red, then yellow, then metal. Red, yellow, black. Go put this lever and then we'll do push-ups and then we'll call it. Alright, let's get this show on the road. Is it on the road? Isn't the... It's the opposite, right? Let's get this show off the road and let's set it up. Yeah? If I get the show on the road, it means like we're leaving, we're packing up and going. Like, oh, we just had a great show, let's get it on the road now and leave. Alright, now we gotta press the right buttons. Is there a hint to what button I should press? One of these buttons is gonna do good, and one of them is gonna do bad. It'd be funny if the gate just opened without pressing buttons. Alright, I think I'm gonna leave that there. I'll do my push-ups and squats. I've never left on a push-up and squat screen. I think I'll do that today. And do them and get out. Bloof. Alice already had a good day, but just in case you have another good day. Nessie, you have a great day. Steffi, I hope you feel better. Being sick sucks. I'm gonna do some push-ups and squats, and then I'll go run to work. So this is your last chance to say goodbye. You'll have a great day. We'll go kill some more people tomorrow. I'm aiming maybe like Thursday, Thanksgiving, to do a better playthrough. So that might be the plan. Alright, push-up time. Love you all. See you tomorrow.